Hello and welcome. We're so glad you could join us for this exciting presentation on Australia. As you may know, Australia is #1 on most travelers' bucket list. And by joining us today, you're one step closer to realizing your dream of experiencing Australia firsthand. We have a great panel of experts, both virtually through this presentation and our very own Travel Leaders Aussie experts right there with you, who will help you explore this amazing destination. We ask that you sit back and find out why there's nothing like Australia.
Life has drawn you here. Feel the warmth pulling you near. Breathe it in, let it feel your heart. It's like love.
What have you done that I don't know about?
Cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in your lungs will stay. It's like love. For the first time, it'll all make sense, you know. Yeah, you know. You've seen it all before, till you found something more. Breathe it in and let it fill your heart. It's like love, yeah. Cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in your lungs will stay. It's like love for the first time. It'll all make sense, you know. Like love, cleanse your soul. Feel it in your veins. Breathe it in, your lungs will stay. It's like love for the first time. It'll all make sense. You know that.
Well, g'day, and let's discover why there's nothing like Australia. You can discover Australia's cities, states, territories, unique, iconic destinations, and some of our amazing events. Whether you've got 2 weeks to see the sights or 6 months to cover the country, you can plan your own perfect Australian adventure. Australia's cities, from Sydney's famous harbour to Melbourne's cutting-edge cultural precincts and Darwin's laid-back ambience, or wander Adelaide's expansive parklands. In all our cities, the skyscrapers and shopping strips are just a short drive from the mountains, ocean, river and also bush. We are the world's largest island. We have over 50,000 kilometres of spectacular coastline and over 10,000 beaches in Australia. So no matter where you go along that coastline, there's going to be a fantastic experience for you in store. Anything from the beaches to getting back to the outback. The open spaces that seem to stretch on forever will tell the story of this beautiful brown, red, earthy toneland and reflects Australia's real unique identity. Also packed in with the outback, we've got a fantastic nature scene, some of the world's most distinctive and diverse natural environments. You can cuddle a koala, share the beach with a kangaroo, spot a wombat amongst spectacular landscapes, including many national parks and World Heritage listed areas. If it's Australia's wine that you're looking for, well, we have over 60 designated wine regions across the country, and we have developed a worldwide reputation for the award-winning wines. If it's the Aboriginal cultural experience, you can immerse yourself in Australia's Aboriginal experiences, places and journeys. We have a large, rich, living culture stretching back at least 50,000 years. Now, when to travel to Australia? Australia is a country for all seasons. You can do practically anything here at any time of the year. There are 4 seasons across most of the country and a wet and dry in our tropical north. Now take a deeper dive into the specific areas of Australia, starting with Sydney and New South Wales expert Irene Morgan.
G'day, I'm Irene Morgan from Destination New South Wales, and today I'm going to tell you all you need to know about the great state of New South Wales and in particular Sydney. When you hear the word Sydney, you think of the iconic harbour, the Sydney Opera House and of course the Sydney Harbour Bridge. People visit New South Wales and Sydney not only for those iconic attractions, but for the spectacular scenery, the amazing food and wine, the beach lifestyle and the culture and history. There is truly something for everyone in New South Wales and Sydney. Right now I'm going to play you a short video which highlights not just Sydney, but the state of New South Wales. Start your New South Wales journey in Sydney. Climb the Sydney Harbour Bridge for one of the best views in the world. Or sail the harbour on a glorious blue sky day. Travel the spectacular coastline and discover some of Australia's best beaches. Immerse yourself in nature and go dolphin watching, kayaking or surfing. Sample some of Australia's finest wines in the Hunter Valley. Meet local winemakers, indulge in delicious local produce or pamper yourself in a luxury spa. Conquer Australia's highest point in Kosciuszko National Park. Be surprised by the vastness of the New South Wales outback. You won't forget its red earth and unique outback towns. The Blue Mountains is a nature lover's paradise, where you'll find 1 million hectares of accessible wilderness. Finish your journey back in Sydney. Join in the fun of the city's events and festivals. Your New South Wales experience will stay with you forever. For top attractions, you can't beat climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge or touring the historic Rocks area. Head out to the Blue Mountains to be at one with nature or enjoy sipping a glass of wine with the winemaker in the Hunter Valley. Something that must not be missed is a performance at the Sydney Opera House. It's amazing. Now I'm going to show you a short video specifically on Sydney. Sydney is Australia's largest global city. Discover its beauty by climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge. More than a kilometre in length, it's the world's largest steel arch bridge. Soar up Sydney Tower for a jaw-dropping 360-degree view. Sail the harbour on a glorious blue sky day. Sydney boasts more than 70 beaches. Take a surf lesson at Manly, home of the Australian Open of Surfing. Enjoy the stunning 2.5 kilometres Bondi to Bronte coastal walk. The Sydney Opera House has over 2,000 events a year. Dine harbourside or beachside for world-class food and wine. For something really special, sleep in a safari tent at Taronga Zoo. The city really comes to life with major events and festivals. Sydney, the city that loves to party all year long. The best insider tip I can give you is to book with someone who knows the destination inside and out, like your local travel leader agent. They'll make sure you have an experience of a lifetime, one that you will never forget. Thanks for taking the time to learn more about New South Wales and Sydney, and I look forward to welcoming you on your next vacation. Now we're headed south to Melbourne and Victoria.
G'day, my name's Matthew Jones, and it's my pleasure today to introduce you to the great state of Victoria. Victoria is Australia's smallest mainland state, with the capital city being Melbourne. It's known for its compact diversity, for visitors to be able to leave the city and easily drive to world-renowned destinations like Phillip Island for the Little Penguin Parade, the Yarra Valley for world-class wine regions, and the 12 Apostles along the Great Ocean Road. Victoria has a vibrant city in Melbourne, which is world-renowned for its food and wine. Sit back and relax watching a video of this fantastic destination. Victoria is perhaps Australia's most diverse destination. Its capital is Melbourne, considered the creative soul of Australia. Just out of Melbourne, take a drive along the Great Ocean Road. 243 kilometres of spectacular scenery, including the breathtaking 12 Apostles. Stay in a quaint coastal town to see nature in its natural habitat. Or drive less than 90 minutes to Phillip Island to see the world's largest colony of little penguins. Travel through Gippsland using the famous Sydney to Melbourne Coastal Drive. A stunning natural wilderness including 600 kilometres of untouched coastline. Get immersed in the history of the Gold Rush era at Sovereign Hill. Visit stunning wine regions from the Yarra Valley to the Mornington Peninsula, where you can taste amazing local produce. Swim with the dolphins, cuddle a koala, or paddle with a platypus. Victoria is a state of natural wonders and cultural diversity. Some top attractions in Melbourne, Victoria for you: the Penguin Parade on Phillip Island, and helicopter tour over the 12 Apostles. A visit with the Colonial Tramcar for a 5-star dining experience, or a climb up the Eureka Sky Deck to get expansive views over Melbourne itself. A visit to the Melbourne Cricket Ground. You can also do a hot air balloon ride over Melbourne City and the Yarra Valley as well. A tour that cannot be missed is our Hidden Secrets tour, which is a walking tour throughout the city. Sit back and enjoy this next video I'm about to play for you, which highlights Melbourne. Melbourne is considered the creative capital of Australia. Explore the web of electric laneways, hidden bars, cafes and designer boutiques. You'll discover the latest arts, food and design. Experience the city's contagious energy as it comes alive with events and entertainment, including the Australian Open. Take a day trip to nearby wine regions, surf coasts and historic villages. Melbourne is a city of endless possibilities. Final tip from me: come to Victoria, you'll be glad you did. And also, use your local travel leader agent, as they have all the insider tips and knowledge to make your dream vacation a reality. Now we're going to move on to our lovely partner of ours, South Australia. Enjoy.
The state of South Australia is best known for its combination of wildlife, outback and wine experiences. In terms of wildlife, there's no better place to see native animals in the wild than Kangaroo Island, just off the coast of Adelaide. In terms of wine, we're sport for choice. We've got the famous Barossa Valley, but also in close proximity we've got the Adelaide Hills, McLaren Vale, which is just south of Adelaide, and also the famous Clare Valley, regarded for its Rieslings. South Australia is known for its Mediterranean climate, so it makes it an ideal destination to visit all year round. Also, something that really attracts American or US visitors is the authentic experiences that you're going to get on your visit through South Australia. So because we're less well known compared to Sydney and the Great Barrier Reef, you're not going to be surrounded by loads of other tourists, which gives you more time to engage with the local characters and really get those behind the scenes experiences. South Australia offers a unique blend of Australian experiences. The capital city, Adelaide, is Australia's festival city. Sports, arts and music festivals make Adelaide a vibrant place to visit. A short hop from Adelaide, Kangaroo Island is like a zoo without fences. Native wildlife abounds. You'll see wallabies, koalas, little penguins and seals. Captain your own luxury houseboat on the Murray River. South Australia is home to 16 wine regions, including the Barossa and Clare Valley. For a little more adventure, get close to Australian wildlife on the Eyre Peninsula. Swim with sea lions, dolphins and tuna, or go cage diving with sharks. The Flinders Ranges has breathtaking outback landscapes. Stretching for 430 kilometres, it is rich in Aboriginal and colonial history. Explore by bike, car or on foot along the historic Mawson or Hyson trails. South Australia is a brilliant blend of produce, people and places. So I'm sure you enjoyed that video. So when you visit South Australia, what are the top attractions that you're going to want to visit? For Adelaide, we've got a lot of different options, but you're going to want to make sure you visit the Adelaide Central Market, Penfolds Magill Estate, home to Australia's most famous wine, the Grange. Also the South Australian Museum, particularly the Aboriginal Cultures Gallery, which houses the largest collection of Aboriginal artefacts anywhere in the world, and also the Art Gallery of South Australia. So we've talked about our city experiences. With respect to wine, we've got 6 world-class wine regions within an hour's drive of Adelaide. And in terms of our outback, it's literally outback. Wilpena Pound, within the famous Flinders Ranges, is only a 5 hours drive north of Adelaide through the famous Clare Valley wine region. And wildlife? Well, let's take a look at Kangaroo Island right now. Kangaroo Island is like a zoo without fences. A third of the island is devoted to national park, conservation park or wilderness protection areas. In fact, the koalas outnumber the people. And the kangaroos and wallabies outnumber the koalas. All the wildlife is diverse, abundant and extremely accessible. Seal Bay is home to a colony of 600 rare Australian sea lions. The island's pristine environment means the food is amazing. So are the remarkable granite rock formations. You can stay in some beautiful private spots or luxurious lodges. So that's amazing Kangaroo Island. You're going to experience a lot of different wildlife. You're going to be seeing some amazing landscapes, places like Remarkable Rocks, which are these massive granite boulders shaped by erosion over thousands of years. You're also going to get a slice of rural life as well. 1/3 of the island is national park, and there's only 4,500 people that live on Kangaroo Island. It's about the size of Long Island, New York. So there's a great sense of space, but there's a great sense of community that people love. So often I get asked, what's the best time to visit South Australia? September and October are great months to visit. That's our springtime. Personally, I like to visit February, March or April. This is during our harvest time and also when we have our world famous events taking place. So once again, thanks for joining us and we look forward to welcoming you to South Australia. Come see us.
G'day everyone, my name's Laura and I'm here to talk to you about the Northern Territory. The NT, as we call it, occupies Central Australia from the Red Centre all the way up to the central top of the country, or the top end. To put it into perspective, the territory is 3 times the size of California with just over 230,000 people, so there's plenty of space to enjoy all the NT has to offer. The Territory is best known for being Australia's outback, providing that quintessential Aussie outback experience with Aboriginal culture, Uluru, which you might know as Ayers Rock, and of course our famous saltwater crocs. Travellers head to the NT for the authenticity it offers. Touring through the heart of the country and seeing it through the eyes of traditional landowners, the Aboriginal people, is a truly unforgettable experience. You'll leave with great stories, stunning pictures, and lifelong memories. Let's take a little look at some of the images of the NT. The Northern Territory is like nowhere else on Earth. with lush green wetlands in the north and red rock desert down south. Darwin, the capital, has warm weather all year round and a relaxed lifestyle. Enjoy great outdoor markets and a vibrant nightlife. Darwin is also the gateway to awe-inspiring national parks such as Kakadu. In Kakadu, you'll find some of the most ancient Aboriginal rock art in the world. The Red Centre is over 1,400 kilometres south of Darwin. Emerging from the Red Earth is Uluru, Australia's most sacred, iconic site. Katajuda is nearby, comprising of 36 incredible domed rock formations. Take the Red Centre way to Alice Springs. Alice Springs is a low-rise desert city at the heart of Central Australia. It's the perfect base to explore the magnificent ranges, gorges and deserts. Experience the cultural diversity and spectacular sights of the Northern Territory. Wasn't that beautiful? The UNESCO World Heritage Sites you saw, Uluru, Katajuda National Park and Kakadu National Park, are amongst the Territory's top attractions. Both offer stunning scenery, dramatic landscapes and ancient culture. It's really no wonder why they are the Territory's must-see destinations. Rock art of Kakadu and Arnhem Land is an absolute highlight of visiting the top end, with each rock art gallery portraying a unique story, whether it be depicting the creation ancestors or a regional menu. Each site is special and well worth a visit. Camels to the Sounds of Silence is a favourite of mine as well. You'll trace the history of the outback on camelback and then arrive to sparkling wine and canapes on the dune. You'll witness the colours of the Red Centre painting themselves over a canvas of Uluru while enjoying an outback feast of crocodile and kangaroo. Then finally, as your evening ends, 1,000 stars create a canopy above you. It's an absolute must-do experience. Let's check out some other experiences of the Red Centre. Uluru is the heart and soul of Australia. Learn its ancient ways from Ananu, the traditional owners. They've been here for more than 40,000 years. There are many ways to explore Uluru. Choose your style of accommodation. From 5-star luxury to camping. Dine in the outdoors and see millions of stars. Uluru is an iconic symbol of the Australian outback. Another great way to explore the Northern Territory is on the Garn Railway, or as we like to call it, Australia's Great Land Cruise. The rail leaves Darwin and travels all the way through to Alice Springs. It's the only way to fall asleep to sunset in the top end and wake up to sunrise in the Red Centre. Here's a tip for your NT experience. We know many travellers look to head down under during our North American winter, but the best time to head to the outback is May through October, with outdoor activities and festivals galore. The weather's really comfortable at this time of year and the experience is unforgettable. Well everyone, thanks for joining us on this trip to Australia's outback. We hope you've enjoyed your evening, and remember, you haven't been down under till you've been out back.
Now that we've seen the beauty and diversity Australia can offer, let's meet some of our preferred partners who will help get you there. First up, Travel2 to give us a taste of Australia.
G'day everyone, it's Michael from Travel2. Due to my travel schedule, I'm coming to you from Auckland International Airport this evening, so I do apologise for any announcements or noise that's coming through. It's one thing to be a specialist in a destination, and it's another to have the experience. Put the two together and you have someone who understands the intricacies of the destination and someone who can supply you with the right advice. Over the last 3 to 4 years, Travel Leaders as an organisation has amassed several hundred Aussie and Kiwi specialists throughout the USA. It's an incredible statement of the Travel Leaders' commitment to the South Pacific. For us, these are the people that are on the ground. These are the people you need to talk to. the Aussie specialists within Travel Leaders. They do an incredible job. We can't speak highly enough about them. We just wish that you would start the conversation with them. They're only too pleased to help you. Now, where does Travel 2 come into the equation? Well, we're all the guys that put it all together, the guys with the funny accents. We come from all over the South Pacific, including Fiji, Australia, and of course New Zealand. Over recent time, travel into the South Pacific has become increasingly customised. When we put 30 people in a room and ask them what they'd like to do in Australia, I can guarantee you we'll have at least 40 answers. So what's developed over time has been that people are now putting together their own itineraries, and they talk to someone who is qualified as an Aussie specialist, who's been to the destination, and then all of a sudden, hello, you're getting a customised itinerary of all the things that you want to do. So if you want the backstage tour at Australia Zoo, surfing lessons at Bondi Beach, dinner and a show at the Sydney Opera House, a private tour with an Aboriginal guide out at Uluru, Ayers Rock, a helicopter flight out to Heron Island to watch all the turtles hatch, or just a walking tour of Melbourne City, or even perhaps a private tour of the Barossa Valley, meeting the winemakers. This is not tasting the wine out the front, this is actually going in the back of the winery and talking to the winemakers. These are the sorts of things that we can bring to the table with Travel Leaders, and these are the itineraries that we are creating and have been creating for the last few years for you to travel down to Australia. The itinerary tonight is a little bit of everything for you. So you'd see there when you're looking at it, there's a little bit of Sydney, there's Melbourne, Adelaide, Uluru, Ayers Rock, and we've even put in a train, car hire, and tours layered into the itinerary. But when you look at it, know that you can change it, because what we're able to do is we can take it, we can turn it inside out, upside down, back to front, add in days, take out days, and that's what we're able to do with an itinerary that you want to do. So when you look at this itinerary, you've got Sydney, which is a must-see. You've got to go down to the harbour, you've got to check out Circular Quay, you've got to hop on the ferries and travel around through Sydney. But then they've actually given you a couple of days car hire. So off you go. There's a couple of ways you can go to Melbourne, and one's down the coast, which is absolutely incredible, and the other one's through Canberra, which takes you through Australia's capital. So, and once again, incredible place through there, but two different options, and they'll take you down to Melbourne, which is a bit like, I suppose the best way to describe it is if you look at what LA and San Francisco are. You know, they're great cities, but poles apart, and this is what Melbourne is. So you'd arrive down in Melbourne, old town, old money down there, and it's just an incredible place. Big into the arts, big into the sports. And a great place to go down there. If you get a chance, you do the penguins. You go down and see the little penguins down on Phillip Island. You'll love it. From there, we've got Adelaide, which is a little bit further out of the way, but a lot of you would know Adelaide because there's a place called Kangaroo Island, which is attached. If you're into red wines, then you'll know about the Barossa Valley. It's an incredible place over there also, but you've got the wine and you've got the wildlife on Kangaroo Island you can do there. Now when you look at that, you'll see that Kangaroo Island is not included into the itinerary, but if you want to do it, we can add it in. It's no big deal. Look at this itinerary and think it's as a place to start. Create some ideas. And then what we've also done is actually put you in there for the train, the Garn, which takes you up and through the centre of South Australia and all the way up through into Northern Territory. And we get you off into Alice Springs and then take you over to Uluru, Ayers Rock, to check that out. Now, Uluru is special because it's the centre of Dreamtime, it's the centre of Aboriginal culture, and to put that in perspective, it's an unbroken culture for the last 50,000 years. Some people say even longer. But if you want to go there and you want to understand the Aboriginal culture, that's where you need to go. So at this point, I'd like to hand it back over to the Aussie specialists there. We know them, we trust them. They're a fantastic bunch of guys. We can't speak highly enough about them. But at the end of the day, what we really want you to do is come down to Australia and enjoy it. We look forward to seeing you there. Bye.
We'll now go from land to sea with our friends from Royal Caribbean.
Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Renee Didier and I am the National Sales Trainer for Royal Caribbean International. And I'm thrilled to be sharing with you the highlights of cruising with Royal Caribbean to these two extraordinary destinations, Australia and New Zealand. What a vacation experience of a lifetime. But first, when you think of Royal Caribbean, think innovative, think award-winning, think worldwide, And definitely think memorable. You're going to see an array of features and amenities only found on board our ships, including programs that appeal to multi-generational families and adventurous vacationers alike. Plus, Royal Caribbean has been voted Best Cruise Line overall for 10 consecutive years in Travel Weekly Reader's Choice Awards. Royal Caribbean has the most ships and sailings in Sydney, Australia, and that is in 2014 and 2015 season with 3 beautiful revitalized ships: the Voyager of the Seas, the Radiance of the Seas, and the Rhapsody of the Seas. And these 3 ships are a different class of ship, meaning they're all very unique and attractive in their own way, so you have an option of what size and what style of ship you want to sail on. All have the wonderful specialty dining venues, entertainment, activities, lounges, shopping, and so much more on board. So there's plenty of relaxing days at sea, stopping along the way to cities that are truly breathtaking, with land excursions to heighten the experience. You are truly venturing into an unforgettable vacation. Now's the opportunity to delve into a new culture and really see the beauty that comes with that. So are you ready to go? Are you ready for the trip of a lifetime? Well, all you need to do is reach out to your Travel Leaders Aussie specialist who can plan that incredible vacation for you. So on behalf of all of us here at Royal Caribbean, good day and thank you.
Now hear a little more about wildlife discovery and winery experiences from our friends at Journeys.
Hello, and thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so glad to be able to share with you a little bit more about Journeys and also about Australia and the unique immersive experiences we offer there. Just to give you a little bit of background on Journeys, we are the luxury brand of Pleasant Holidays, and we focus on exclusively 4- and 5-star resorts and boutique hotels and accommodations around the world. We call ourselves curators of fine travel because our goal really is to handcraft unique itineraries tailored to each customer. We want to make sure that we design the perfect, unique lifetime experience for you, offering an unsurpassed journey and really memories that last a lifetime. Looking more into our Australia itinerary, wildlife discovery and winery experience, you'll see that it really has something for everybody. From those who are nature lovers to those who love great food and wine, which Australia definitely has the best the world has to offer. In this itinerary, you'll see the best of Australia going to Melbourne, Kangaroo Island, Adelaide, and Sydney. And I just wanted to highlight a few of the features and some of the experiences you'll encounter. One of those is koalas and kangaroos in the wild. In this experience, you'll have the opportunity to encounter koalas and kangaroos in their natural habitats. You'll walk through natural bushland, and you'll even have the option to help with the conservation of this habitat. And at the end, you'll receive a certificate of thanks for helping the wildlife, and you'll also have an opportunity to stay in touch with each of the koalas that you see that day. So it's really an authentic experience, which is what Journeys strives to offer, that authenticity, so you can go home and tell all of your friends you really were immersed in the destination. You'll also be flying to Kangaroo Island, where you'll see even more wildlife. You'll be able to walk along the beach at Seal Bay and see the sea lions, as well as other wildlife. And then again, for the wine lovers, you'll have a full day in the Barossa Valley. This is a beautiful valley of hills and greenery, and you'll visit various wineries. Again, Australia is very well known for its wine. And you'll also be able to go to small towns and see their crafts, sample dried fruits and cheeses. So just a very quaint little excursion that you'll be able to experience. And just one more excursion I'd like to highlight. Again, this is a very immersive and full-fledged itinerary, but we only have time for a few items. This is the Blue Mountains Deluxe Eco Excursion. And here you'll be able to journey to the heart of a unique World Heritage region. You'll be able to take a circle loop of the Blue Mountains, enjoy morning tea, and then visit the famed Aboriginal Center. Here you'll really get to encounter with native Aboriginals. You'll be able to see live dancing and performances, and they also have an interactive didgeridoo performance, which is an instrument that is from Australia. So these are just a few of the encounters you'll have in our itinerary, and we really hope that you decide to learn more about your needs, and in order to do so, please contact a Travel Leaders Aussie specialist, and they could tell you even more about this itinerary and all of the other experiences that we have to offer you in Australia. Thank you so much.
As you saw, there are many experiences to be had in Australia, and your local Travel Leaders Aussie specialists are available to help you create your own custom dream experience. We want to thank all of our panelists today, and thank you for joining us on our Australian journey to find out for yourself why there's nothing like Australia.